Hey everyone, it's Jacqueline for Pixie Dust PhD. The Disney Dining Plan is a way for your party to prepay for your meals during your vacation at Walt Disney World. Let's go over some considerations and the details of the Disney Dining Plan today. First, eligibility. Who can buy the Disney Dining Plan? Guests staying at Walt Disney World as part of a package vacation, that is, you're bundling your tickets, your room, and the Disney Dining Plan together, are eligible to purchase the Disney Dining Plan. Typically, there is a minimum night stay required for these vacation packages, and it's often 3 nights. Generally speaking, you cannot add on the Disney Dining Plan to your hotel if you aren't purchasing the full package, that is, with the tickets as well. Largely, there are only a few exceptions to being able to add the Disney Dining Plan without purchasing a vacation package. For example, if you're an annual pass holder and you are staying on property, you can go ahead and add that dining plan without having to also buy tickets. The same is true for DVC members staying on points. And lastly, if you're a military member using the Military Salute Room discount, you'll be able to add a Disney Dining Plan to that, as you'll be picking up your tickets from your local military base. 2. Restrictions. There are, of course, rules that come with the Disney Dining Plan. For example, all party members staying in a single room will have to purchase the Disney Dining Plan. If you have 4 guests in one room, you won't be able to purchase the Disney Dining Plan just for one person. All 4 will have to participate. Additionally, you'll have to purchase the Disney Dining Plan for all of the nights of your stay. For example, if you're doing a 7-night stay, you can't purchase the dining plan for only 3 nights. In addition to everyone in your room having to purchase the dining plan for the entirety of your stay, you'll also all have to purchase the same type of dining plan. There are 4 different types. Each member of your party can't pick and choose the dining plan that they prefer more. You'll all have to settle on the same type of dining plan. And the last big restriction is that pre-purchase is required. You can't show up on your arrival date and decide that day or later into your trip that you would like to add the Disney Dining Plan. You have to pay for this in advance. Typically, they require at least 48 hours notice to add the Disney Dining Plan to your package. And while these restrictions exist, there are a few tricky ways to get around them. For example, if you have a very large party and are staying in multiple rooms, it's possible that not everyone will need the Disney Dining Plan. All of the members in one room can decide to purchase the Disney Dining Plan, but the rest of your party in rooms 2, 3, 4, etc. don't necessarily have to do that. And if you only want the Disney Dining Plan for a portion of your stay, you can consider doing a split stay. This means staying at 2 or more hotels rather than staying at the same hotel the entire time. For example, if your vacation is 7 nights, you could do 3 nights at Art of Animation and then 4 nights at Port Orleans. By splitting up your stay and having separate hotel reservations, you're able to have a vacation package for just one of those resorts. In this example, you could purchase a vacation package for the beginning of your trip, 3 nights at Art of Animation, and add the Disney Dining Plan for those 3 nights. You are able to add a ticket that is longer than the amount of nights that you're staying, so here you could add an 8-night ticket to this vacation package, so your ticket will last for your entire vacation, but you'll only have the dining plan for the first half. 3. So how does the Disney Dining Plan actually work? For each dining plan type, guests get assigned a certain number of dining credits. There are snack credits, quick service meal credits, and table service meal credits. The number of credits you get is based on the type of plan you buy, multiplied by the number of nights that you're staying. These credits are linked to your My Disney Experience account, and you use them by tapping your magic band for payment. Although your credits are calculated based on the number of nights you're staying, they aren't allocated per day. Instead, you are given a general pool of credits that you can use at any time during your stay. This begins when you check in on your arrival day and ends just before midnight on the day that you check out. So for example, if you have a 2-night stay, let's say you're checking in on Monday and you're leaving on a Wednesday, you have those 3 days to use all of your credits. You can use your credits at any point over the course of Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. If you'd like, you could use them all on Monday. You don't have to divvy them up evenly between your 3 days. 4. Plan types and costs. New for 2020, there are now 4 different plan types. All 4 plan types include a refillable drink mug. With this mug, you can get unlimited water, coffee, tea, and sodas at any of the resorts on Walt Disney World property. Note that this does not include real fruit juice or milk, and that you can't use these mugs in the theme park. You can surely bring your mugs to the theme park if you want after having filled them up at your resort, but you won't be able to fill them up throughout the day at the theme parks. The least expensive Disney Dining Plan includes the refillable mug as well as 2 quick service credits and 2 snacks per night of your stay. A quick service credit includes 1 entree and 1 beverage. For your entree, you can think of this in terms of a combination meal. For example, if you were going to a quick service restaurant and they had chicken tenders with fries, your entree would include that side of fries and not just the chicken tenders. Don't worry, you won't be shortchanged your side item if that's a standard component of the meal. The beverage can be non-alcoholic or alcoholic for guests 21 years or older. These quick service credits can only be used at quick service restaurants and may not be substituted in at table service restaurants. The price for this in 2020 is $55 per adult per night and $26 per child per night. Note that in Disney World speak, a child is a child who is 3 to 9 years old, so anyone 10 and up pays the adult price. The second Disney Dining Plan is simply called the Disney Dining Plan. For this reason, a lot of folks will call it the Standard Plan as to not get confused with the overarching concept of the Disney Dining Plan. The Standard Disney Dining Plan includes 1 quick service credit, 1 table service credit, and 2 snacks per night of your stay, as well as the refillable mug. A quick service credit is the same as before. You'll get an entree/a combo meal, if that's what is generally served, and a beverage. Table service credits are different for breakfast than they are for lunch and dinner. Breakfast only includes an entree and a beverage, whereas lunch and dinner include an entree, a dessert, and a beverage. And just like before, your beverage can be alcoholic if you're 21 years or older. If you're dining buffet or family meal style, rather than a single entree, your credit will cover that full experience of the buffet or the family meal. Note that if you're doing buffet or family meal style dining that normally would come with a beverage anyway, typically juice, soda, tea, coffee, or water, you may be entitled to receive that beverage along with an additional beverage from your Disney Dining Plan credit. Ask your cast member to be sure, but it's completely plausible to get that free drink that comes with your buffet or family style meal and an additional specialty drink that's covered in your Disney Dining Plan credit. The standard Disney Dining Plan costs $78.01 per adult per night and $30.51 per child per night in 2020. The newest addition to the Disney Dining Plan is the Disney Dining Plan Plus. In the Disney Dining Plan Plus, you'll get 2 meal credits as well as 2 snack credits and your refillable mug per night of your stay. Unlike the standard Disney Dining Plan, your meal credits are not designated to be table service or quick service. So really you're paying for the added flexibility here. Of course, you'll probably get greater value if you end up using all of your dining credits at table service meals instead of quick service meals. Just like the prior plan, a quick service credit covers an entree or combo meal and a beverage, and then a table service meal for lunch or dinner, you get an entree, a beverage, as well as dessert. For breakfast, you just won't get that dessert. Of course, you will pay an increased price for this additional flexibility. The Disney Dining Plan Plus is $94.61 per adult per night and $35 per child per night. And last, the most expensive plan is the Disney Deluxe Dining Plan. In the Deluxe Plan, you get 3 meal credits and 2 snacks per day along with your refillable mug. Like that Plus plan, your meal credits here aren't designated to quick service or table service. On the Deluxe Plan, quick service meals are the same. You get 1 entree or combo meal and a beverage. However, if you use your Deluxe credits at a table service restaurant, you will also get an appetizer. So you'll get 1 appetizer, 1 entree, 1 dessert, and 1 drink per meal. The Deluxe Dining Plan costs $119 per adult per night and $47.50 per child per night. 5. Locations and tipping. A vast majority of restaurant locations at Walt Disney World accept the Disney Dining Plan. When you're paying for an item, be it a meal or a snack, simply let your cast member know you'll be paying with your dining plan credits. At table service restaurants, cast members are often quite good at asking if you'll be using the dining plan at the beginning of your meal. Sometimes then they'll come scan your magic band to make sure you have enough credits to pay for that meal. Note that a few table service dining locations around property actually cost 2 meal credits and not just 1. Specifically, all of the signature restaurants at Walt Disney World cost 2 table service credits. A quick service credit is only good at a quick service restaurant. Table service credits are good at table service restaurants. If you have the general meal credits, as in the Plus and the Deluxe Plan, you can use those at either. Snack credits are designated on menus with a white and purple check box. Any menu item you see with this symbol, you'll be able to use your snack credit on. Snack credits are often a great value at the booths in Epcot if there's a festival going on. So when you're using the dining plan to purchase a snack or a quick service meal, you will simply use credits from your magic band and that's it. However, table service dining is a little bit more complicated. While the price of your meal as well as the price of tax is included, gratuity is not. So although a major point for many folks about the Disney Dining Plan is prepaying for your meals, make sure that you budget enough to add tips to all of your table service meals. 6. Overall value and worth. Only you'll be able to decide if the Disney Dining Plan is a good value or if it's worth it for you and your party. Of course, note that we do live in a capitalistic society. This means that Disney has ensured the pricing of their Disney Dining Plans, all 4 levels, to guarantee them a profit on the whole. If you do your research beforehand, meaning you're using your snack credits for expensive items, and you're generally ordering the most expensive items at as many table service meals as possible, you definitely can make the Disney Dining Plan worth it monetarily, meaning you'll come out ahead versus what you would have spent out of pocket. That being said, a lot of the Disney Dining Plans simply are a ton of food, and you may not want to eat that much. Particularly if you have children who are 10 or older but don't eat a ton, you'll be paying the full adult price for them, even if they really only want the amount of a kid's meal. However, aside from just the money, a lot of the value of the Disney Dining Plan for many folks is the convenience. You're prepaying for a vast majority of your food on vacation, so you won't have to worry about that bill or think about how much you're spending item per item the whole time you're at Walt Disney World. Really, the only thing that isn't included is gratuity on your table service meals. So many parties simply accept the fact that they are possibly losing a little bit of money by pre-purchasing the Disney Dining Plan rather than paying out of pocket for every item, but they just like that peace of mind. Some folks achieve this feeling without purchasing the Disney Dining Plan by pre-purchasing Disney gift cards as money becomes available to them. In this method though, you do have to keep track of those Disney gift cards and remember to bring them with you, be sure you're not going to lose any of them, etc. So it's just not quite as simple or straightforward as the Disney Dining Plan. There are definitely pros and cons to purchasing the Disney Dining Plan, and I'm not going to be able to tell you what's right for you and your party. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Ring that bell icon for notifications whenever I post new videos. If you want to interact more regularly or in a more casual manner, go ahead and find me on Twitter and Instagram at PixieDustPhD. Do you use the Disney Dining Plan? What are the pros and cons for your travel party? Let folks know in the comments down below to help them decide what they're going to do for their upcoming trip to Walt Disney World. And until next time, we'll see you real soon at PixieDustPhD.